Hello everyone, I'm Conjota Jack and well, it is true. I heard the news in Sankaku complex because these cases are rising up and I found an article from February to 28 of this year. Syphilis case is spike in Japan. So let's get to through this article because we are going to point it out something that at the end of the day is the government's fuck ups that delivered into this. A sudden increase in syphilis infections in Japan has prompted experts to call for better deal education and more testing. Around 30,000 cases of STDs have been recorded in 2022, the most since tracking began in 99. So, yeah, I wonder why. Many syphilis cases are linked to the deal industry, no surprise, where some establishments and workers offer services without condoms. A worker in her 20s think this out because the majority of these infections are from women in their 20s. Though NHK, she tested positive for syphilis during a routine STD test in May last year. She believes she contracted it from a client. I understand the risk, but a part of me thought I'd probably be fine. When it actually happened, thought I was the best thing, she says. Honestly, I don't feel sympathy for you. Pressured into unsafe deal. The woman says a drop in business during the Corona-chan pandemic means guild workers are pressured into unsafe practices. The number of customers began to change depending on what we were willing to do for a reasonable price. I'm afraid of catching an STD, but I have to put up with that because we are supposed to sell pleasure. I'm going to be serious here. After the pandemic, women in Japan, because of the government lockdown, the first thing a woman, even in the biggest point in her career, as soon as things gets bad, they just go to sell their bodies. That's why I don't feel sympathy for them. And because of that, the inflation in Japan skyrocketed. Consider the birth rate is at the blink of extinction. The inflation skyrocketed. Keep that in mind. The woman was unable to work after contracting syphilis. She was told not to tell her clients. Well, now we have another culprit in this situation, but she contacted some of them anyway, and two confirmed they had also tested positive. I think that protect their profits, they didn't want me to tell people and make a big deal of it out of it. I feel really sorry for the customers I infected. If you were infected, what the fuck? Just stop. That's why I don't feel sympathy for them. Seriously, honestly. I don't feel any kind of sympathy because they knew, and you know what? Compare it with the in places that are more corrupt, like for example Latin America. These ones they are just controlled by the cartels, but in this case they are even controlled by the yakuza, even though they are just a little tiny fraction. And nowadays they just work for it. They even enlist in doing this. In Japan works differently because compared to the ones in Latin America, this one actually can talk to the media. without a problem. Someone of these ones controlled by the cartels, yeah, head out of the body. You know what I mean. She says she experienced swollen lymph nodes and some pain during intercourse, but her symptoms subsided after taking medication. Syphilis can cause rashes, lesions, and or ulcers. In some cases, they heal quickly. Other cases do not experience any noticeable symptoms. However, if the disease is left untreated for years, it can cause serious symptoms affecting the brain and heart. It can lead to miscarriage, stillbirths, or other detrimental effects on the fetus if contracted during pregnancy. Now, I mentioned how inflation skyrocketed, and as a business, at least these ones know they're into business. Like I mentioned, the government decided to fuck it up, lockdowns, and not only that, because they want to get in the grip of of the economy, they open it so easily to tourism. And guess what? More tourists from other countries go on, and well, the males, men with money, some dudes can actually want to enjoy some of that. And guess what? What the guys in Japan get screwed up because they still have to work into an early grave. Well, there you have it, folks. There you have it. That's it. I hope you reach out to this video because, yeah, of the rest of what it says, of course, I mentioned it. The impact of COVID. Uh, yeah, this is the percentage. And I know there are still dudes. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not going to be ripping on this guy. I know they just go for doing the deal, but guess who are more infected? That's it. This is yeah. This is what I knew, and something that now even scrolling down in this article, education is key to prevention. No shit, Sherlock. I hope you have a great day, everyone.